Hello and welcome to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to tell you why your kids love video games.
So the big question is this: how are parents like us, who don't have a manual, who are doing the best we can, who feel as though we aren't enough, how are we going to raise healthy, happy children who we are proud of and still keep our sanity in that process? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Ryan Roy, and welcome to I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, a podcast for parents who are being real with themselves.
Hello and welcome back to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about why your kids absolutely love video games. So I don't know about you. If your kids are playing video games, imagine if this title caught your attention. My son, first I'll tell you a couple funny things. I saw a meme on Facebook or Instagram or something one day where basically said, why do kids enjoy watching other kids play video games on YouTube? That makes no sense. And then a mom had responded to it and said, the same way you watch HGTV for hours on end about how other people are decorating homes. We enjoy the things we enjoy. And then I was sharing that with a dad one day, and he says, yeah, kind of like I said the same thing. Why would kids want to watch another kid play video games? Isn't it more fun to play the video games yourself? And he goes, until somebody pointed out, he's like, don't you like watching golf on the weekends? Ding, 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 right? We end up watching the things that capture our interest. And video games is no different than the mom watching the cooking network, or watching HGTV, or whatever it may be that interests you. No different than me watching NFL football on Sundays. So I sat down and my son was watching one of these, and I sat next to him and just trying to spend some time with him and taking an interest in his interest. So he says, Dad, watch this level. He gets so many rewards when he beats this level. And he, whatever the guy's name, and I'll promote him because I actually think he's good. What he does, he's like a teenager, and at this point he's probably early 20s, but he's been doing this 7 years on YouTube, and he just has this very calm, professional, it's G-rated for my son to watch this kid play video games. So I enjoy it. I don't know how other gamers are. I haven't watched any others, but his name is ZebraGamer, and he plays all the games that my son enjoys playing. So I'm watching this, and he finishes a level, and he gets reward after reward after reward after reward. And I was like, how many rewards does he get? He goes, isn't it awesome? And he's really excited because they go, you got a reward for getting 3 mushrooms. You got a reward for getting 100 coins. You got a reward for getting... And the list just went on and on and on of he did something and he's getting rewarded for all the things he did right. Oof. Listen to what I just said there. In my book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had, I have a chapter that says, reward the behavior you desire. And as I'm watching this video game, and I'm thinking to myself, all these kids do is they try to beat the game, but throughout the game, they're getting rewarded. They're getting to a new level. They've beaten one level. Now they could beat it, and they're getting rewarded by a record time that they did, or whatever it is that they're doing. I am not well versed in video games, by the way. But what I've noticed while I was sitting here observing is he's getting rewarded and being told that he's done well while he watches these video games, while he plays these video games. And I thought to myself, what a simple concept. I actually wrote a chapter in a book about it. So why don't we reward our kids for the things that they're doing right? See, what happens is, as a parent, they get consumed into this video game if we're not putting limits on it. And as soon as they get off, if they're over their limit, and it's not their fault, parents, it's our fault if this happens. They just getting off this high of being rewarded for the last, let's say, hour, maybe hour and a half. And they've been told multiple times in this video game what an amazing job they're doing. And as soon as they turn it off, they're being asked to play video. Hey, can you do your homework? Get your homework out. Hey, you spent an extra half hour on the video games and now you need to do your work. Or, hey, did you clean your room? Like, those are not rewards, parents. So they're getting sucked into these video games for rewards, and then they're potentially, I'm not saying this is you, I know what happens a little bit in my house, potentially getting the exact opposite effect from their very own parents. That is a mind blow for me. I don't know if it's a mind blow for you. So I've been very conscious since I've noticed this, and I try to be conscious of it all the time, but I'm constantly reinforcing that the things he's doing. Like, I'll ask my son, hey, you got 5 more minutes on the video game, and he'll be like, okay, Dad, but I'm in the middle of a board. And I say, get what you can get done in the next 5 minutes. And when I say time is time. And he turns it off like he's asked to, and I say, hey, I appreciate you listening. I know you're in the middle of your game, but Daddy gave you an extra 5 minutes. So I just appreciate that there was no back talk. I don't say this. I appreciate there's no back talk. I appreciate that he listens. I appreciate that he appreciates the fact that I gave him a little bit extra time to finish up his game. And I acknowledge him through words that he did the right thing. Very simple concept, not always easy to do. When he's playing with his brother, and he's an awesome big brother, I always thank him. Last night I caught him reading to his brother. We didn't ask him to, he didn't do anything. His brother pulled out a book. He says, Jaden, let me read the book to you. And he's sitting there just reading, flipping a page, pointing out things, reading just like we read to him at that age. And his brother's totally into it. And I got like a minute or two of it on video. What an awesome big brother. So as he put it down and his brother was getting ready for bed, I just said, hey, come over here. I love that you sat there and took the time to read to your brother. That shows me that you really love and take an interest in his development. Like, that may seem like a simple thing, but how many people are acknowledging the kids for doing the things that they're doing right? I think too often it's a lot easier to point out what they're doing wrong. So you want to know why they love video games? Because they're getting constant reinforcement and rewards for doing things. And if you want them to get sucked into you, and you want them to feel loved by you, maybe you and I should do some of the same things that these video games are doing. Love on them. Constantly and consistently. We'll see you in the next episode.
Do you want to be the dad you wish you had? If so, go get my free book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had, at BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com. Inside, you'll find my most effective 40 tips to quickly and easily transform yourself into the ideal dad. Go to BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com now and get it while it's free.